1.
Hi, my name is Julia Lewis. I'm here to give you some information today about a recent epidemic concerning diabetes mellitus. We're going to sit down with one of my good friends, Molly, a local RN, to talk about awareness of diabetes. Come in, Molly. Come and sit.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
Okay. I heard that you had a recent interview with somebody with diabetes.
I did, yes. I'm very concerned about this epidemic and people not really knowing how to treat it.
All right. Well, we have a clip that we can cut to of that interview.
Hi there.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, my name is Molly. I'm going to be your nurse today.
Okay.
What brought you in here?
Well, I was at the doctor like a couple weeks ago, and they diagnosed me with like diabetes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so like recently, I had some questions because like no matter what, I check my blood sugar, but it's like really high, and I have no idea why.
Okay. Do you have any other symptoms with that?
Yeah, actually now that you mention it, I pee a lot. I'm like constantly starving and really thirsty. And like, I don't know, I kind of just like lay around. I don't know if that's a symptom or if I'm just lazy, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, have you been using insulin? Did your doctor give you some insulin to use or other medications?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Have you been using that?
Maybe a couple of times, like here and there, whenever I kind of feel like it.
Okay. Do you know how to use it?
Yes. Yep.
Can you tell me how that is?
Well, I just kind of grab it and like just stick it in my stomach.
Okay. Can we go ahead and test your blood sugar here, and I can help you.
Sure. I'm gonna guarantee it's gonna be high, and I have no idea.
Right. I'm gonna give you a little poke, and then I'm gonna read it.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's pretty high. 220.
Okay.
I usually like it around 70 to 120, so it's pretty high.
Oh, good to know.
So I'll help you, and we can calculate some insulin and give that to you.
Okay.
Do you know how much your doctor said to give her?
I think he said like one thing per like 16 grams.
Okay, 1 unit per 16? Okay.
No.
Do you know how to calculate?
No, I don't know anything in grams.
Okay.
This is America.
Okay. Well, let's see here. So, like in this, you go over and we're looking at the carbs. So there's 15 grams in one serving, but there's 2 servings in this package. So that means there's 31 grams in this whole package.
Oh.
So if you've had that many, then you would do 2 units of insulin if it was about 15. Usually it's 15. So you just draw that up and give it to yourself.
Okay.
And then you would do that with anything that you eat. So like that granola bar there and the Skittles, you would add up all of those and do that. And then usually there's a corrective with your blood sugar.
So I can see that this patient seems to be struggling with type 1 diabetes. Can you tell me how type 1 diabetes works?
Yeah, so we don't actually know the main cause of what causes it, but some doctors believe that there's a gene in a person that leads to the signs and symptoms of diabetes. A lot of times that can be brought on whenever a person is sick. A virus can trigger the beginning of it. And essentially it's just a production of T cells, which are immune cells, and they attack the beta cells in the pancreas, and that makes it so that the body can't produce and release more insulin.
Okay. So the pancreas just stops creating insulin?
Pretty much, yeah. And without the insulin, the body can't function as well. So the liver just starts reducing or releasing more glucose, and then that overwhelms the body and produces more urine and thirst and all of that.
Okay, so that was a symptom that she was talking about,
Yes.
that she had to pee a lot. So I saw that you gave a really good explanation of treatment for insulin. So from what I understood is that people with type 1 diabetes aren't limited in what they can eat. They just have to take insulin to compensate for the insulin and sugars in the food, yes?
Yeah, pretty much. We encourage them to have a healthy diet, but also a lot of times this happens in children, and so we're not going to restrict them as much. You know, if they're at a birthday party, we not gonna make them not eat the birthday cake, but we can just correct that with insulin. But yeah, doing that helps the body so that they don't become sick, and then the body just shut down. So, yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to cut to an interview about type 2 diabetes.
Hello, I'm Mallory. I'm going to be your nurse today. What have you come in for today?
Well, my doctor said that I have type 2 diabetes, which means that I'm not producing enough insulin, and that my body's become resistant to it, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I was just wondering if you could explain to me kind of how to treat all of this,
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So basically, we definitely would recommend to have some diet changes and some exercise changes, but also it can definitely be regulated with drugs. Metformin is a really good one. It basically just causes your liver to not produce as much or secrete as much glucose into your blood, and also helps your body to become more sensitive to the insulin, and it just helps the whole process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have adjusted my diet to kind
Oh,
of
you
eat
have?
more
Okay.
fruits and vegetables and
Great.
things like that. But sometimes I eat sweets. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay as long as you're checking your blood sugar.
Okay.
So it's okay to eat a piece of cake. You don't have to completely cut off all desserts, but as long as you're monitoring, and then you just give yourself the insulin that you need, or make sure that it's not too high or too low.
Okay. What about exercising? Should I do that?
Yeah, we definitely recommend that. That'll definitely help you regulate. And we just recommend that you check your blood sugar before and after, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I don't think.
Alright. I should really be watching my caloric intake as well.
Yes, fatty foods definitely can lead to a lot of problems associated with diabetes, and actually being obese is one of the biggest risk factors for getting diabetes type 2.
Yes. We definitely need to educate people to control their weight and exercise. But if you're experiencing polyuria, polydysplasia, polyphagia, fatigue, or increased frequency of infections, you probably should go to the doctor, because these are common symptoms of both type 1 and type 2 diabetes.
For sure. And for more information, there's helpful websites out there, helpful apps. Definitely contact your healthcare provider. A helpful website is johnhopkins.org, and they have a lot of information about diabetes on there.
Thank you for your time today. I've learned a lot about diabetes.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.